Thank you, Rosemary. You rock. Thank you, Rosemary's You Rock Art for hosting this week after week, month after month, and year after year. It is so much fun. I just want to know that you are appreciated. Hey everybody, I've got a little update on the puzzle here. They've been working hard on this and it's gonna get done apparently. And I'm happy about that. But there are these big spots that need to be filled in. And they will be, because it's 6 o'clock at night. Is it Sunday? Yes, it's Sunday night. Wow. Anyway, that's the update on that. And I'm doing my collab. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, welcome to my chaos. I just showed you the puzzle and now I want to just make an intro. My name is Kendra and this is my channel, and I love to do collaborations with other ladies that are on, or gentlemen, whoever, and this today is a collab and the description is right here, and it's an open collab so you can just pop in if you want. All you have to do is add hashtag color and create with us You Rock Art at Rosemary's You Rock Art. So it's on Mondays is when you would upload it. If you'd like to do it, you can do it once. You can do it every week. We have a book that we're going through. I have no idea if I'm on the right page of it or not, but this is the book that we're working through. And Rosemary, our hostess with the mostest, picks a page every week and tells us a week in advance what's going to be for the next week. You can choose to do it. This book was under $7, I believe, on Amazon. You can also print off a page that's free on the internet. You know, go Google, print me a page of. I found that Crayola.com, or I think that's what it's called, has great choices. So there's that. Or you could draw something freehand, or you could use any color book you have. And so that's my story on that. So here's what I am doing, and I think this is the page this week. I could be wrong. If it's not, it's no big deal. So I'm getting busy with this, and also having something to eat. That looks pretty bad. It's strawberry yogurt with dried cranberries. Not craisins, but actual dried cranberries. And I'm drinking Milo's Zero Sugar tea. And I shouldn't be, because I'll flip all night long. I did last night. Oh, it was a wreck. It was awful. I didn't sleep. Oh, I haven't had these out before. Well, I've had them out last year. This is Pete and Repeat. And they're going to hold our candles for Thanksgiving. And I believe that Pete and Repeat came from one of the thrift stores in town or a garage sale. And I'm going to get busy and show you an update on this as it gets done. Thank you for choosing to watch my video. And if you've never been here before, welcome again. And feel free to hit the like button, the subscribe button. It's free. And, you know, make a comment, because I'm a chatter. I love to chat. If you say something, I love to chat back. Okay, I'm going to get busy with this and my yogurt. Okay, we're getting there. It looking rough right now, really looking rough, but that's okay. We'll fix it. my yogurt's gone. Still drinking my tea. And I didn't show you, but I'm using these. There's no brand written on these. I don't remember if they came with this or I got them separately, but these are just plain ones. And then I've got the ones like this. These are the metallic ones. And then there's fluorescent, watercolor, pastel, and royal. So I think that's what I want for Christmas. I want more pencils. I enjoy it. Okay, back to work. Well, it's getting there. So I've done, you know, some of the yard. So I tried to do some just dirt and then a moss-covered walkway with some stones that I did gray. And then this was a picket fence, and I tried to make it look, you know, old and withered and stained with two different shades. Yeah. Gray steps, brown door, and I wanted to accent the, you know, like they actually made a nice house. They painted. So the light's on upstairs. Somebody's at home. And I need to finish off some of these flora. I don't know what these are. They're grass. They're just grass. That's what they are. Because mushrooms are tiny. And they've got stars. And so I did the stars in kind of a butter yellow. And I think I'm going to make the background a dark bluish to make it look like nighttime. Because, lights on, stars are out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that doorknob to make it look right. Anyway, I have more grass to do in the background and this part, and I'm going off the usual, so you'll see. There's a big fire downtown tonight. Well, downtown, not downtown, but in town there was a fire. It looked like a utility truck, like the kind that would work on cable boxes and things like that, was on fire. It reminds me of that old video. Girl, it was fire. Anyway, so they put it out, I guess. It was right in front of the DMV. It's not the DMV, it's Department of Licensing. Like if you get a new car or a used car and you got to register it, that's where you go. And also next to the Navy ATM. Like if you're a Navy dependent or you have a Navy, cash card for whatever reason, work for them or enlisted in them, that's where you stick your card in and get your money. It was right next to that. And we got some kids here that are, they got that going on. Anyway, not the fire, the Navy. So what else was I going to say? I just realized my face is bleeding again. I'm nervous. I'm scratching myself. I thought, before I realized it was a car, because, it came up on Facebook and people were surmising what happened. Well, it's out now and the fire department's left. It was that truck. And I said, I bet somebody, because it looked like the DMV was on fire. I said, or the Department of Motor Vehicles. I said, it looks like somebody broke in there and took a blowtorch to the wall to try to get next door, because next door is one of those pot shops. So in Washington State, you can buy any kind of marijuana you want, I guess, if you have the money and you're over 21. And so a lot of times people just drive trucks and cars through the front door. They call it a smash and grab. Do you guys have pot stores where you live? I guess because we're West Coast, but maybe it's everywhere. I don't know. So usually do the smash and grab, but that corner is way too populated. It's like one of the biggest streets in our town, so people would notice that. And I thought, well, they go in there in the dark, they take a blowtorch, they like a cartoon, make a big hole with a blowtorch, and it caught on fire that way. So I was so wrong. Anyway, back to my coloring. Okay, everybody, I am done. I colored it all, and I called it Toadstool in the Forest. I need to date it. I forgot to do that, but anyway. So, I didn't do, the traditional red on the top and then white on the bottom and everything. I wanted to make it red and purple, and so I did end up making the doorknob purple too. And so, I think I told you already about the bottom, what I was doing. And then there's a picket fence, and the stars are yellow, and the sky is supposed to look like a night sky. There's no moon. It's a moonless night, and there's something going on in the toadstool in the forest. And to that end, I wrote a story. You can head out now if you want to. This is going to be about a 3-minute read. I got some help from one of my kids. And this kid does a lot of proofreading and stuff, and so they pointed out what was going on in certain spots that I needed to fix. But even then, we did it so fast that it's not perfect. It's because I'm not an author, but I thought it would be so fun to make up a story about this. It's 9:30, so it's only going to bong once, thank goodness. I hope this is the one we were supposed to do this month. Okay, now. I'm going to read this to you. So if you're leaving now, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. This is the secret of the toadstool in the forest. Lily sat in the kitchen window of the pond nursery where she kept house for her growing family. She noticed the floor needed sweeping and that the windows needed wiping. I'm just going to go like this because you don't need to stare at that. And the windows needed wiping. I can't read it through the camera either. Two of her children, Tad and Polly, were arguing over who could swim fastest. The noise and the work just never ended. Such is pond life. She glanced out the window and daydreamed about life far away from her 144 children. In the distance, Lily caught sight of something glistening in the sunshine. Wings! It was a bird. As it drew nearer, she realized it was the postmaster dragonfly. She felt a tinge of jealousy. She never received mail. She slowly turned her head back to the attention of the pollywog children, some already sprouting their hind legs. It would be summer soon. She had to keep up the lessons. There was swimming, hopping, hunting, and more. But now there was lunch to be served. She rose from her toadstool, left her daydreams at the window, and crossed to the kitchen. Someone knocked loudly upon her door. "Postmaster," she heard in a big voice. Postmaster was old, but he was strong at near 150 years. She got to the door just before the crowd of children. Lily whispered to the children to remember their manners and be very quiet. This was obviously a serious matter. Lily peeped out the upper half of the door, leaving the bottom part closed so the pollywogs wouldn't wander out. The elder postmaster handed Lily a silken purple and red envelope. Your presence is requested by Queen Toad Ponderosa. This invitation comes with a hired toad nanny who will be here at 5 p.m. sharp. You are requested not to be late and do wear something pink and lavender. With that, he jumped up into the air and he flew out of sight on iridescent wings. She looked at the children, stuffed the envelope into her apron pocket, and prepared lunch for the little ones faster than she ever had. Lily Toad felt a rush of emotion. She felt a bit nervous, but also happy. What if this invitation is something to be scared? It was noon. No time to worry. She must hurry. The children all fed and quickly put down for their naps. Lily Toad thought surely there was a mistake. Queen Toad Ponderosa was a recluse. Nobody ever really saw or spoke to her. Some say she was even a mean toad. Lily made her way back to the window for better light and opened the soft, beautiful envelope. Inside was all the information she would need. Your presence is requested at the She-Toad meeting located at the She-Shroom. Other than that, all the details might need, but no address. No address was included. She turned the invitation over, and there was a hand-drawn map. A map? How very different. This place was deeper into the woods than she had ever gone into. But she was strong and she was brave. Motherhood does that to you. She would hop quickly and she would be there on time. As the clock bonged 5 p.m., there was another knock at the door. It was Nanny Toad. She had brought some treats for the pollywogs and even some bedtime books. She looked capable, and Lily Toad liked her at once. Lily couldn't know it yet. It was a good thing Nanny liked her because she would be back every month at the darkest of the new moon. Lily set off with her map in hand and her best dress and hat, in pink and lavender, of course. It wasn't long before the forest got thicker and the sounds of crickets and owls and mosquitoes filled the air. Toads have excellent eyesight, and finding a she-room was not hard for her. Lily hopped up the front steps and she rang the bell. See? There's the doorbell. Where was I? Best dress. She chopped up the front steps and she rang the bell. It seemed that there was no one home. She was so disappointed. She turned to leave. She knew it was too good to be true. It may have even been a trick. After all, she was only an ordinary toad mother, and nothing like this would ever happen to just a pond toad. Just then the door swung open, and there, peeping right back at her, were several she-toads. Toad overworked mothers from all over the pond, all over the forest ponds. There was laughter in the background, and someone yelled, "Close the door, you'll let the flies out." Okay, last page. They all welcomed her into her very first of what would be a monthly getaway for mothers. They would dress in style, drink cattail tea, and play the best games. Her favorite was leapfrog, but she also liked hopscotch. They sat her down and told her that she must never share where they meet or when. What they do while attending was a secret as old as time. This was to be a sacred place that she-wisdom mother to mothers. No boy toads would be allowed membership. This was a she-toads only club. That evening it wore on. Wait a minute, let me try again. The evening wore on and her cup was never empty. There were skeeter scones, dried fish, and cucumber finger sandwiches. Lily Toad made many friends that night. She went back every month, and soon she wasn't the youngest toad, but an elder passing her mother wisdom on to the newest mothers invited. Mothers to mothers again for hundreds of years. That night, when the meeting was winding down, everyone gathered near the door. Everyone gathered round near the door of the she-room and said their goodbyes. Lily waved and thanked the old toad Ponderosa. "See you next month." "Yes," exclaimed Ponderosa, "next month we'll have a ladybug picnic." "Don't tell the ladybugs." And she winked. It was with a full heart that she hopped all the way home. The end. I know that is horribly stupid and geeky and silly, but I had a ball doing it, and it was something that my kid and I did together. We shot ideas back and forth and stuff, and I colored this by myself, though, so that was the whole point. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see y'all tomorrow.